308 micro rigs. These are selling out fast. I know people tell you that bullshit all the time so that guys will hurry up and buy them, but they are. So I'm not trying to get you to buy one. They will sell. We sold, I think we only have 12 extra available. I think there was 12. I think that's what it is. Yeah. No, we only had 10 right hands. No, even less. 6 right hands and 3 lefts available. I would guess that the right hands are all sold out. I put a post on Facebook maybe an hour ago about them. Facebook and Instagram. So I don't think those will even make it to a text or an email. Bob, I saw that you ordered 3 of them. I saw that. Herb, what's up, man? How are you? Lots of the promo bags finishing up. We did a bunch of them today. Lots of promo bags, so a bunch more orders will go out. I think all of these are promo orders, or the majority of them. Those to go tomorrow morning. These all get promo bags. There's some more here already done. Byron Roberts, what's up, man? Herb, yeah, everything's good here, buddy. John, grab you an 880 steel with 3-foot bar. I don't think I'm buying a chainsaw with a 3-foot bar. It's one of those things. It'd be cool to have, but I just wouldn't. I wouldn't use it, man. It's never the one I would get. It's never the one I would grab when we're going out on the 4-wheeler or something. Amy, what's up? Draven, what's going on, man? We have tool aprons. We did some OD black ones today. We've got a couple of Arid. We've got some multicam black. We had Typhon red. I guess those are gone. Got two lonely Typhon day packs sitting there. We've got some different Fupas fanny packs. I have some black AKM4 micro rigs. Definitely made cutting some big wood. I'll bet, man. I'll bet. Hydration carrier. Soon. Yeah, we'll do some hydro carriers. Just give me a list of the colors you need. I don't think we've posted these. We have some 12-gauge pull-out tray pouches. I don't think there's been any photo of these or anything yet, so you're probably seeing them for the first time. We might have posted it in the closed group. Keep showing for toiletry bags. I see orange, coyote, tropic, red. There's some raid down there. Black, raid, woodland, Typhon red, multicam black, Tiff blue. I see Typhon pink, Typhon purple, and then I see some purple toiletry bags, and then one pink one. Guys, there's 26 of you on here. The thumbs up's only at 19. That number on the right should always be higher than the number on the left. We have some journal covers in multicam. Tool aprons. Some llama cocks. We've got some green stuff going. I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of rig here. Copper eggs. and 12 gauge micro rigs in the OD. That's what's going. So those are probably tomorrow. We'll see those. What did I do today? I got up at 3:30, did an hour of cardio, did worked out, did some legs, some buys, and some chest. Did a live feed for 2 hours with Toolman Tim and Nicole. Process just worked on like a bunch. I dealt with a bunch of orders today, just getting orders out the door, emails, stuff like that. James Ellis, what's up? Dog treat. I saw you say that in the on the live. Treat a bear. Been an eventful day. Right on. Dog treat a bear in the backyard first thing this morning. Tyler, I take it that the dog is not. You weren't hunting, right? It was just your dog treat a bear. So what do you do with that? Like, what's the procedure? We lock the dog up, hope the bear comes down, or what do we do for that? Aurora Rings, what's up? Freeman, what's up? All right, guys, we can have a conversation, but you guys got to type some shit out. I have been walking around this building literally since 3:30 this morning. So if I'm going to continue, we can do that, but that's up to you guys. Or it's on you guys, I should say. Time did I go to bed? I went to bed last night at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. That's always the question, right? You always see all these guys talking about how they get up early. And I always ask, what time did you go to bed? Not because I'm like trying to call them out on it or anything. Like a lot of dudes that get up at 4:30 or 4 o'clock, they went to bed at fucking 8 o'clock, right? So I'm curious how much sleep, right? I'm not real concerned with what time they get up. My question is how much sleep. Any new taxidermy? No, I don't have any taxidermy stuff coming. I don't have anything I'm waiting on. I've bought a few more like lighted globes. We just bought I just bought podcast stuff. We bought arms that go on the tables so that you don't hear it when we tap the tables. What else did we buy? We bought mic preamps so we can adjust the sound volume better and be further away from the mic should we need to. Would have thought bears would not be run off by dogs. Depends on the dog, Herb, I think. And is it a cub? Like, what kind of bear is it? Did you see the findings against TWRA there in Camden illegal game camps? So Freeman, I did, but unless something new has happened, that's all resurfaced again, and people are picking that story up. That actually happened a couple years ago, and the incident happened many years ago, and it's actually on a friend of ours' property. Like, it's happened a few times. It's not the first time. They said I could have shot it if I had a valid bear tag with their permission, even being outside my hunting unit, but I didn't have a tag. Empty, what's up? Jay Davenport, like the live today, right on. Yeah, I think it was a good time. I think there's a little bit of information in there probably for everyone. What's the best bag you guys have that would be good for hunting? Derek, like what does that mean, right? Good for hunting. You're gonna carry a bag with all your shit out into the field, or you want to carry stuff from your house to your truck, and then, like, I mean, I don't know what that means. Derek Olson, what's up? TAC 556, what's going on, man? No tool bags at all. We have 0 tool bags available. I had several guys I had a bunch of guys email me about medical backpacks today, and a lot of them are like problematic customer. Like I had 3 dudes today that are like, hey, I can't order this. Your website's all fucked up. I can't do this. The drop-down menu shows different pricing, but the only thing available is black. The only thing it'll let me put in the cart's black. I go, yeah, because all we have is black and red. I took the dude's email, posted it on Facebook. There's, I think, 48 comments, and every one of the comments is, the website's working just fine. And that's what I told him. I'm like, we've had 50 orders since midnight last night, and the website's working fine. I looked at it. And this is some IT guy, and it says head of IT or IT manager for Caesars, so Vegas, right? Caesars Palace or something, or maybe the mall there or something. And then I had another dude's like, hey, something's wrong with another dude. Something's wrong with your website. I can only put a red black backpack in the cart. I go, that's because all we have is red and black. If you look at the website, that's the case with a lot of items. And he's like, well, I would recommend just making it so it says sold out then. I'm like, well, then you should get with the fucking internet and talk to Shopify, because in 10 years of using Shopify now and literally millions of dollars in sales, you and one other asshole, probably the same dude from 2 different emails, are saying the exact same fucking thing. Like, this is a you problem. Everybody else knows that, like, and that's what I replied. I'm like, we're probably not the company for you. I think dumb guys are used to Amazon. They are, Derek. But like even Amazon now, Amazon Prime dropped their 2-day shipping. Like Amazon Prime, even Amazon has forced. I have Amazon packages come in here from U.S. Mail. I have Amazon packages come in from FedEx. And I have Amazon packages come in from UPS. All 3 deliver Amazon packages. So you're beholden to the carrier and how good your service in the area. And our service is really good in our area. The dude is always the one to have issues. The one that is the expert or ahead of his field. Absolutely. Absolutely. I need a backpack or a bag that I can go from the house to the truck to enclosed deer blind. If that makes sense. Derek, it does. Do you want to carry that? Like, I still don't have the information, man. If you jump on the site and take a look at some of the bags, large clothes bag, right? You could put a lot of stuff in there, but not a rifle. Medium clothes bag holds less, and maybe you want less so that the bag's not all sloppy and moving around. Round duffels, we've got 3 sizes of round duffels. Super kit bag is huge. I mean, how much stuff, and you say blind. Are we doing a ground blind? Are we carrying the ground blind out there? Is the ground blind already there? What are you carrying with you? What's going out there? Is it a tree stand? You just need your fall suppression harness and your bow? Like, what do you really, I don't know. Do aliens like moonshine? I have no idea where that came from. Do you have any large clothes bags coming down the line? Not particularly empty. I don't have a clue, buddy. Don't have a fucking clue. There's some large clothes bags that we have right now. Jump on there and you should be able to order them. Do you edit your own videos? So I did for a long time, and I do not now. I've got a dude that's here 3 days a week, and we shoot content, and we have a closed private group. We actually make, hours of video content for the private group every week. And then I've also been shooting with Brandel, has been back every couple weeks, and we've been starting to shoot like some product and different content videos. And then we're doing a podcast also. We recorded 3 hours of podcast yesterday. And we're going to have some other guests in, and we'll do more of those as well. Nick Barrett, what's up? Probably Little Caesars. Jay Dammit, it's not Little Caesars. It's actually the big Las Vegas company. Unless Caesars has properties elsewhere. I think there was something in there that made me think Las Vegas. I need a backpack or a bag that I can go. Okay, backpack. So I have a 3-day bag. It's not in hunting colors, though. I have 2 available in Typhon right now. You should jump on my Instagram page. I know guys don't like to just look through the website. I just spent literally an hour looking through websites before I got on here. Looked through all of Rogue's website, Bukaki Strength website, a bunch of gym equipment websites. And I looked at every fucking thing they had in there to find what I was looking for. I get it. Dudes don't look at websites anymore. If you jump on Instagram, though, we post a lot of pictures, and you can see those things. Just got my stacked micro rig. They're nice, aren't they, man? Super, super fucking small. Very small platform, and it's strict gunfighter. It's fast, and it's for gunfighting. Use one of your toiletry bags for ammo. You can put a lot of ammo in toiletry bags, absolutely. Apple Pie Moonshine. I like Apple Pie Moonshine. Of course I do, because it's fucking full of sugar. It's mostly apple cider. Philip, what's up, man? How are you? Who doesn't like moonshine? I don't drink very much moonshine. Like, I'll sip occasionally if there's a bottle being passed around or something. I really make my own drinks. It's a margarita. It has tequila in it, obviously, and it has a sugar-free lemon lime soda. And that's all that, and then salt. The salt is the big part. I want a huge fucking thick rim of salt, like an inch worth. And I use a combination of, I actually use Jose Cuervo's rimming salt, and I mix it with a pickle salt. And then I'll put a splash of maybe cucumber vodka in there, effing vodka, or I'll use a jalapeno 21 seeds tequila. I'll put a splash of that in there and just kind of change the flavor profiles a little. But I know exactly what's in my drink. And when you buy moonshine from guys, you really don't know what the fuck's in there. Not that I don't trust them. I'm more aware of what I'm intaking now. Chris Watkins, what's up? Ghetto, Rita, Tequila, and Mountain Dew. I don't know what that is. Like the video. Combat, what's up, buddy? Heard apple cider from McDonald's has amphetamine. I didn't know they had apple cider at McDonald's. That's the problem. You shouldn't be at McDonald's. I used the link on the website to order a Safariland belt mount from Amazon. Oh, right on. Thanks, man. What he's talking about, guys, if you want to support us or help include, promote and do what we do, but you aren't buying product, if you use Amazon, if you go to my website and you click the Amazon link there, or any of my YouTube videos, there's a link there too. Takes you right to Amazon. What it does is it downloads a cookie, and then I get a percentage, 2% of the things you buy. So just look at it as taking away from Amazon and giving to us. And I know there's an asshole on here right now who watches everything I do, but hates me, and that's fine. Use that link for anybody on YouTube that ever says anything about Amazon. That's what they're doing. If you don't like me, at least give the money to somebody you do like. And the way you do that is you go to some of their content and you click the link they have. It's a very unique URL that it creates when we do that. Do you think an average dog will recognize the owner after not seeing for 5 years? Yogi, dogs, animals do a lot of amazing things, right? I don't think we can fully comprehend the capability of animals, because we do see videos of these dogs, service dogs, for instance, who are reunited years and years later with their animals, especially like military personnel, and the dogs completely recognize them. So I would say probably. FTP, free taco plate. What's up, Josh? How are you, man? Recommendations on a squat rack. Been looking at Rogue. You can't go wrong with Rogue, William. I think Rogue is probably the most recognizable name. They're U.S. made. They make them right in Ohio. I like that. I like the product very much. You can go Titan Fitness and save a little money. It's basically a ripoff. It's a clone of Rogue. Titan stuff's not as nice. The fit, the finish, especially the powder coating, it's not as nice as Rogue stuff. Like Rogue bars, for instance, they make these barbells right there in Ohio. Titan is imported from China, I believe. Like this Rogue bar here, when you move it around, there's no tailings inside. There's no like spalding. There's nothing inside the tubing that's rattling around. I've not seen a Titan bar yet that didn't have some bullshit rolling around inside of it. They're just not as nice. They have sharp edges on them and stuff that'll cut you. Easily fixed with a file, but for a little bit more, you can get Rogue shit. And Rogue's been a great company. I have a lot of Rogue stuff here. I ordered something from them last night before. I ordered some more stuff from Rogue. Rogue bar there. Rogue bar, top bar here's Rogue. This big lat pull bar is Rogue. This handle that I was using today is Rogue right here. Amanda's got a Rogue bar over here on a landmine she's got set up right here. You can't go wrong with Rogue, and their racks are great. Now there's, not Westside Barbell, there's another, Elite FTS, I think it's Elite FTS. You'll see in colleges and gyms, you'll see some of their product, but you'll see a ton of Rogue stuff too. And that's actually what I was looking at, was Rogue power racks, Rogue monster racks. And I'm gonna buy the 3x3 with plate storage on it and everything. And you could do an entire gym. It's like a fucking multi-tool. They've got these 50 cal, they call them 50 cal trolleys, but they move up and down on the verticals. So you can set a bench here and you can bench press, you could curl with it. It's a double arm set, one on each side. They've got like a cable attachment system, so you could do lat pulls and shit with it. Now, I'll probably buy most of those pieces over time. I don't know how much I'll use them because you got to kind of change it around. And I have a gym, so. But if you're in a garage or building like a home gym, I think it's a great way to go if you're not going to buy a bunch of individual pieces. Tinder Hot XYZ Best Adult Day. Can you give me an affiliate link and then I'll promote your porn site? Shit, I'll even upload porn to your site. Rogue Equipment's huge Lego set. They really are. And Bob's been in there. He's walked in the headquarters. They do a big, huge CrossFit deal. They have a ton, like they have an academy there. They've got a fucking gym there. It's a huge campus. It's impressive. Tinder Hot, smash that like button. Does Amanda still cut hair? She cuts my hair. She cuts my hair. I make her do it naked though. I don't make her. That's how we met. She was putting her titties in my face when she was cutting my hair. Afternoon, John. Question: does your 3-mag shingle need the plastic inserts? I don't know what you mean plastic inserts. Our 3-mag shingle is Velcro lined. It is made specifically, it fits AK mags, so it'll do AK or M4 mags. And about 60%, if not 70% of the mag is covered. So there's no fulcrum where it's gonna fall out, right? More is covered than not. But there's enough you can still get a purchase on the mag. It comes with bungees, so you have bungee retention. You can remove those because inside each cell is Velcro on the face and Velcro on the back inside. And you can put a 1-inch Velcro adhesive dot on your magazine and it will more than hold it in. Even if you're upside down, those mags won't come out. And if you put, in fact, if you put a Velcro dot on both sides of the magazine, it would be too much Velcro to get the magazine out. And we've built those. It was originally part of the NSW kit we did. It is the same, it's very similar to the mags inserts inside of the NSW rigs. And Same bungees, everything. And our bungees are set up so they work perfectly on M4 mags, but they also work on AK mags. Is your electric canner the 12 quart? Ronnie, it is. And you need to make sure, because you'll see some lower price points, and what you're buying is a like an Instapot. You need to make sure it is actually a pressure canner, and that is in fact the 12 quart one. I've put links up to them several times on Amazon. I've put Amazon links up. We like them so much. Like, I don't just tell guys to buy them. Like, we like them so much. We have 2 of them. Like, we process and run 2 at one time. Amanda Willis, once I have my methods down, I'm glading, sharpening your equipment. No charge, right on. What did I just waltz into? Andrea, what's up? Tinder hot XYZ. Come on, like, where are you at? You've posted twice now. Can you give us all free access code? Or send us all nudes or something. I mean, come on. What's Mookie up to? I don't know. I actually texted Mookie yesterday. I don't know what Mookie's doing. He's busy not being Mookie, and he's busy raising his son and being a father, doing adult stuff. Empty, welcome to Thunderdome. Anybody on here? I have 64 people here. 66. Are anybody on here in our Thunderdome group? Question mark. It's $5 a month. Do you feel that you get $5 of value being in our group? They sold out last time I was looking, and just noticed Amazon has them again, $329. I think that's the price. I think we paid $369 for ours. You know, I'm starting to see stuff. Like, there is not a deal on shit. There's just no deal right now. Nothing is fucking on sale. If you see companies putting shit on sale, it's because they're not making payroll. They're desperate, and they're in the fucking death throes, right? They're just trying to hold on. It was very apparent tonight looking at gym equipment. There are a lot of fucking companies that just are not fucking there. The companies that do list product, they don't have the product. There's, I was on some barbell company. I want to say Bukake. That's not it. It's Kubaki or something. They didn't. There's not a single fucking thing on the website that you can even buy today. Like, they don't have. I don't even know if they're in business anymore. Welcome to Thunderdome. We get more than $5 value. Right on. Kabuki strength. That's it. Absolutely. There are no deals on good stuff. There's not. There's really not. We had a couple police departments, California. I don't know where they're talking about our medical backpack somewhere. And we had a couple police departments who were like, hey, can we get your W-9 form? And, it'll be easier to run them through purchasing. I'm like, look, you don't need that because we don't take any purchase orders. Like, we can send you a payable click-through invoice right now, and you guys can pay for these things. I have 3 available right now I can ship to you. If you want more than that, we can discuss, timing on that. But we're not taking a purchase order. There's no 30 days net. Literally everything I make sells. We don't need to wait for money. Like, those days are done. And you know what he said? He's like, all right, I'm going to buy these. I will work it out on my end. I've enjoyed the members videos, right on. I've been having a me problem trying to sign up for Thunderdome. Have to go through extra steps to verify. Bob, are you on an Apple phone? Apple has some issues, and you have to do it from a laptop. Cold steel is cheap Chinesium junk. Used to be indestructible. Yeah, I remember all his crazy video. We used to see that guy at the knife shows all the time. Waiting for third tier. Philip, we are too, man. I just want to make sure that we are giving something more, right? I just want to make sure there's something more there when we do that. Thinking about buying the bag for our supervisor's car in my department, right on. Just did mine from Apple iPhone. REC, what's up? Also ordered LG Mandrake bag. Worked out. LG. Oh, large. Duh. Bad news. I don't have a large Mandrake bag. So forward me your email and tell me, hey, I know you don't have a Mandrake bag, but I know you got a Highlander. I'll take the Highlander. I've got Highlander and probably nothing else you want. So we can refund that, or I've got a Highlander one. Somebody was just telling me they needed one of these. I don't remember who that was. No good cops left in Cali. I'll bet there's still good cops in Cali. I think there's people really trying to do the job. I think that the job, and they have no discretion anymore, right? They have the tattletale with them now. I'm sure there's still some workarounds, but in a big department, there's just everything's so fucking by the book, right? It's so black and white. And like James would tell you, it's not always black and white. There are gray areas. James would say, I could sit after 1 o'clock, right? We would write tickets. We'd sit in a couple places and catch people. He's like, I never had to stop guys for 15, 20 over because I could stop dudes at 40 over and write literally just as many tickets every night. Like, you just have the discretion, right? And they don't anymore. And then I think a lot of places where they did the science experiment, the cocktail, I think a lot of that was and maybe it wasn't by design. I think it's more insidious than what we're led to believe. But let's say that there was nothing insidious, right? They really believed it was going to be of benefit. But what it did is it took the people who were most likely to be oath keepers, also probably the people who did not take the science experiment, and they pushed them off the force. Lori Lightfoot, Chicago is a good example. They pushed a ton and New York, they pushed a ton of law enforcement and fire off of the force. And who do they hire? The young yes men, right? The people that are going to toe the line and do what she wants done. So was it by design? I don't know, but the effect is still the same. All meant to train behavior towards strict top-down authoritarians. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. No Mandrake. Okay, Highlander works for me. I will send the email. Heck, any large bag works. Empty, man. Just forward me your confirmation email and say that in there, and we'll get that. We'll make sure that happens. Want to hear something funny? LE in my county have to declare someone a 5150, not the doctors. Yeah, that's odd. Especially, like, depending on the county, right? Like, in our small county, we've had women working. Not now, in the past. Like, there's been women working here, and somebody would walk in wanting a job, and when the lady would leave, they'd be like, oh, she's a bitch, don't hire her. I'm like, why? What happened? She's like, well, in high school, she was fucking my boyfriend. I'm like, you're 50 years old now. But those things, I would imagine, in small town where everybody knows each other, there's some shady shit going on just because of, past history. I've known a few good cops in California. He commutes from Tennessee. The rest, holy shit. We have good. Well, I don't know the cops, right? I don't know the cops. Our sheriff's department, good dudes. I'm sure that the only thing that happened, I saw something the other day. They were talking about defunding the police here, and they're doing like this town council meeting, right? And a man had said something about it. I'm like, the only interaction we have with fucking police department is if they're writing tickets. Like, they don't service our area. We'd be just as fine probably with the sheriff's department covering and taking care of everything in the city. The city is small, and not having a police department wouldn't affect us here. The police don't respond here. We're in the county. Small town mentality can be a good thing, but the history, like, we're good with our sheriff. We are good with our deputies. Hell, we're good with All of our utility guys, like our utility departments wear our belts. They have our wallets. They carry our holsters. We always take care of those dudes, always. And they take care of us. LASD getting pushed because no jab. In Tennessee, from what I figured out, it depends on the county. Police making that city revenue. Yeah, and that's, I mean, you don't see a lot of speeding traps here and silly shit. You go to some of the small counties up the road, and that's all they do is write tickets, and all they have is brand new cruisers. If you have a tiny ass town with brand new police cars, it's because they write a lot of tickets. I mean, you drive down the highway here, 2-lane highway, one road, one direction, each direction, right? 2-lane road, one going north, one going south or east-west. When you go up, the speed limit's 55, and then it drops to 45, and then it goes back to 55, and then it goes to like 23. Who the fuck has ever seen a speed sign that says 23? Own a couple of pouches that I bought from SOE. Amazing is how sturdy and long lasting the products are. So we talked about that on podcast yesterday. It's about disposable gear. And what we were talking about is Scully was looking at our covert rig, and he's like, really, this is a disposable rig. People don't realize that. Everybody's always set on what tier one's doing, right? What's CAG doing? What's Dev Group doing? But people don't realize, most of that gear is 300 denier, and it never comes home. As soon as they exfil or extract, that shit never comes home. If it comes home, it goes in a bin. They get issued brand new kit. It's disposable equipment. And that's the deal with the covert rigs. It's elastic. It's disposable. So, I mean, we can do a cool, bank robber video, like Heat. You jock up and get in a shootout in the streets of, the United States somewhere. And that's cool. It draws attention. It gets a lot of eyeballs. What's the real application for the rig, though? Well, the real application is how we weave it, right? Most people are going to buy it because of the story that you tell. So what's the real application? Well, if you need to drive with that thing, it's amazing. It's super comfortable. You can drive around all day and not be fucking with it. You don't even realize the thing's on after a while. If you have a button-up shirt or a zip-up hoodie or even a hoodie, you can walk right in the fucking truck stop or the gas station. Nobody's going to look twice, even if your shirt is fucking open in the front. As long as you got a black shirt and you've got black Velcro on the rig, nobody's going to question it. Nobody's going to say shit about it. They're not going to know that you've got 4 mags and fucking radio and some fucking flashbangs or some thermites or something. They're never going to know. So it's how you show it, right? And then if a dude's kind of on the edge with the story, it's in his mind. He's picturing himself using it, right? He's picturing himself in that rig. And 4 mags aren't enough. You can go from covert to putting a small rig right on the face of it. And now you've got the rig that you would use all the time with the addition. So it's super scalable, right? So it's just how you do it. But it's disposable gear. And people don't realize that. Now, 95% of the customer base is never going to wear that rig out. They're just not. Common use, small pouches came in the promo. Pissed off Patriot. We do a lot of small pouches. Just use your head, man. Your imagination, buddy. Whatever you want to put in there. Put some button cell batteries for your aim point and some Allen keys. Use it as an optics pouch. Put some batteries and some SD cards and some thumb drives in there and use it as just your daily tech pouch, right? Put gold coins in it. Put your change in there. Put whatever you want, whatever will fit. That's really the answer. And then it's got that little handle, right? So you can use a little snap link mini carabiner and keep 4 or 5 of those things in the top of your bag. You can just use it for whatever you want to use it for. Have you seen any Patriot Smokes beside white? Bob, I have not. There is a company making civilian legal flashbangs that look very promising. If you hit me up, because I won't remember, but if you hit me up, I'll send you a link to them. They're in the United States. They seem to be in stock. They're about 45 a piece. They do have a few smokes in different colors also. It's a smoke bang, I think, and they're available. Patriot, when I talked to Guion, I talked to him, I don't know, a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and they have some colored smokes coming out. My suspicion is that they just sold out already, but I don't know the answer. Those dump pouches look really, the dump pouches are great. The dump pouches are really good. Badass sunglass case. Yeah, you can put sunglasses in some of them. Spare AR-15 bolt. Some of them. The latest one we put out, I don't think you could put a AR-15 bolt in. Maybe you could. I'm not sure which pouch we just put out. The covert rate is amazing. That's really where it shines. It is great to drive with. If you had if you had that on, and you had just a shirt over it, and you were stopped, there would be no question. Nobody would really see it. Wouldn't be seen. Be careful how you store your Patriot Smokes. At last week's TAC Response SUT class, we had 5 Patriot Smokes that didn't work. What do you think the issue was? What was the storage issue? How were they stored that they failed? Question. John Witherspoon, what's up, man? Last time I came to Camden, I got pulled over at 3 a.m. He said I was swerving and I had a dirty license plate. As if you can drive straight on those back roads. License plate was not dirty either. Combat Art. Did you tell him you're in town for classes for TAC Response, or did? That's weird. I know they hired, but that would be sheriff. That wouldn't be police department. I know they hired a bunch of new youngsters. Military grade for the mission. Yeah, military grade really translates to lowest bidder typically. Got a package badass waiting for me to open, but got home and came straight to bed. Look at our police report. You don't see locals getting speeding tickets, only out of towners. Smokes, we weren't sure. Question was asked, and we were told to store them in ammo cans and not to leave them in the kit. Huh. So I have mine just sitting around the building, but I mean it's climate controlled. Last time I came in and got pulled over, I am trying to get back to Center General. Right on. Asshole kitten. This cat, because he gets put in a kennel at night, he runs around and drives Amanda crazy. Here's Jetboil pouches being finished up. Amy Lynn will mail that cat to you. That cat is getting its nuts chopped off tomorrow. I don't think they actually take the nuts out. I think they just disconnect them. Fucking cold out here. Man, I feel like it's gotten, and Nicole said it has too, it got cold earlier this year. And it was 30 this morning when I was out there doing the video. It was 30 degrees, but it seems colder. Amanda wouldn't be happy if cats. Amanda only likes the cats until there's more cats. And then she's done with the cats. Like, we could disappear half the cats outside and she probably wouldn't even notice. New cats show up here all the time. Thinking about adding a heat source to my hen house, maybe a flat panel one. How cold is it where you're at? What I'll tell you is we had snow and ice last year, a lot of it. We've had down to 0 degrees, but typically we were around 20s. And all I did was put some straw bales around in the hen house, which is a 10 by 10 dog kennel with a tarp over the roof. All we did is put some straw bales around it, and they use that. And if I'm really concerned about heat, I'll put more birds in that pen so that the stocking density is higher, so there's more body heat in there. There was ice on my chicken water. Yeah, when I turned the hose on today, round ice cubes shot out of both of them. Magnus needs to get some lunch. I don't know if Magnus will fuck the cats up, because like I let Magnus out here in the inner compound, and he doesn't, like, the cats scatter, but he doesn't even chase the cats. He doesn't try to get the cats. Iridium Group, what's up, buddy? I got my mini splits delivered. When do the elves come to install them? I do not know. You should talk to your big, huge elf, aka the guy who you got them from. Clock in a second job. Right on, James. Western Missouri. I see guys making big enclosed chicken coops and doing actually sheds for them and stuff, you know. That's for you. Your fucking birds don't need that bullshit. I mean, there are hundreds of videos up that show how we do our chickens, even through the winter. If you go back and watch the On the Compound videos just a few months ago, that was winter footage. And I'm not telling you don't do it. What I'm telling you is, all you guys that are new to chickens, you're going to do it for a year or two, and you're going to be like, that was a waste of fucking money. Like, we bring in about $600 worth of straw. We were paying $6 a bale of straw, like just straw, no nutritional value. That shit's $8 now, $8 a bale. I'll probably bring in $1,000 of straw here in the next couple weeks, and we'll have it. I mean, we use it for different things, but the animals don't need. Like, we would line all the kennels for the dogs. Those fucking dogs, never once did they sleep in that shit. Never. Pheasants in the wild. Good point. Good point. My hubby would have a fit if another cat appeared. You'd just be like, what are you talking about? That cat's been here for 3 months. I have the tarp on the top and put one on the back side to block some wind. Yeah, so empty. That's what we use the straw bales for. We put the straw bales inside and we block the back wall and the 2 side walls. And then, you know, we use 2x4s typically for the perches. And then the nest boxes are inside. Come spring, the bugs and fungi love the straw to calm. They absolutely do, especially when you clean those coops out. Like, usually the chickens will break those bales down, especially as it starts to rot out on the ground level, and then it kind of wicks moisture up through the stacked up bales. And we'll just literally pick the kennel up. We'll get 4 guys out there, we'll pick the kennel up and move it over exactly 10 feet. And then the chickens will just run through all that shit. They'll just break it all down. But you could take it and compost it. When did you begin feeding your dogs more than just kibble? I've always wanted to give them what we're eating. Derek, we've done it for they've always eaten fridge clean out, right? If there's meat, it goes to the dogs. Any meat goes to the dogs. But now I kill rabbits and chickens, and they eat probably 80-90% of what they're eating right now is rabbit and chicken, like whole animals. And then we also have like fridge clean out also. Any meat that didn't get used, that's already like starting to spoil, raw meat, any cooked meat, everything goes to the dogs. We never used heat lamps. Had 18 hens, went through 3 winters, no problem. Yeah, I've had hundreds of them. Like I don't have them all in one area either. I have chickens all over the fucking place here, and and they're out in the snow. They walk their ass out there. I'll feed them in the coops. Like their troughs are in the enclosed area where there's no snow and ice and shit. But those chickens are all over out in the ice and snow. Great Wolf. There's a working dog convention coming up in Paducah. If you're not aware of that, they sent me an email tonight, and I can forward that to you if you're interested. Got my DeWalt hog ring tool and 2 rabbit cages. Hubby is going to have a fit, but we're getting rabbits. So the hog ring thing and the 2 rabbit cages, you'll have those cages together in 5 minutes. So simple, so simple. All right, guys, I am going to get off of here in just a minute. Last comments, last questions. We have black AKM4 micros. I've got black 308 micros. I have some Raid micros. I have a couple of lever gun rigs. 2 Lonely Typhon day packs. See, that's why we don't build Typhon shit much anymore. Got a few aprons, tool aprons. I've got some stacked. Well, these are probably all. No, that's a right hand. I've got some right hand stacked micros. Looks like there is a right hand shotgun rig in there. That's what I mean, is the animals you feed your dogs. OD308s. No OD308s yet. I'm sure they're probably coming. I see some OD 12 gauge micros over there, so I'm assuming, because we just got OD in here last week. I don't think rabbits sneak. They definitely can, especially if you have, multiple bucks. The urine, it's just how you maintain them, right? Our rabbits are not next to the building, so you don't smell any rabbits. If I had a bunch of rabbits, next to your bedroom window, you might smell them on a warm day. Does your business tell you what needs to be made, or are you just a wizard? Yeah, I'm a wizard. I mean, the website would definitely tell us, and we can set it all kinds of ways. But and what we think we're building tomorrow could very well change with just a simple email or a private message, depending who the individual is. ETA on mesh. I don't know what you're asking about. We have mesh. We've been building a ton. Of zippered mesh pockets. We just built a shitload that went into the M cabs and the medical backpacks. You have 2, but Andre, I actually have 3, and I have been breeding females to $3 every day this week so far. So I'm breeding everything right now so that we have all of those babies happen right around the same time within a few days, weeks of each other. So we'll have litters all through in 30 days here. They also draw predators. Ours don't. We have dogs. I mean, I've got 3 acres that's fenced up here there is not a single fucking predator that gets inside that fence. Not because they can't, because the dogs kill and eat everything that comes through the fence. So inside of that 3-acre fence are multiple other pens, and the dogs can patrol all the way around the perimeter. So there's no way a predator can get in there. So we basically have 20 by 30 is our rabbit area enclosure, and that's in a fence. So the dogs can't get in there, but the mice are all over in there. So I've been using these traps, and I just got 20 more of these things today. These antique mouse traps. I have some real antiques, but on eBay I found these, and they're coming out of India. They're new production, but they fucking function just the same. They're live catch. And in each, I'll put 4 or 5 of these down, and in the morning, there's 5 or 6 mice in each trap. And it's dying down. We've caught most of the mice. So I feed those mice to the chickens and alive. And then we also use 5-gallon buckets, and mice jump off of things into the 5-gallon buckets. All we use is dog food to bait them. And you will get out there in the morning. When I go out there at 9 o'clock in the morning, there'll be a couple of live mice in the bucket, and there'll be 3 or 4 other mice that they have eaten. The mice eat the mice. We watched your rifle case video from a while back. Really well done. Like how it played with timing, speeding. So the rifle case video, yeah, that was Brandel. Brandel did. I was going to say I did that video. That was Brandel. We shot some fun video yesterday with the tool aprons. Building a squirrel blocking system. Cool. We have hen house inside a dog kennel, so they definitely can get out of the elements. Yep, that's how we do it, man. It works well. High vis colors, mesh zipper pockets would be cool to add to the medical packs. Bob, they're going to be black. Like we can do the back out of color, some color, but I don't have anything in here that's high vis right now. And this is what you know what they look like. Like it's going to be black. This here could be of color. Got to fix a me problem. Just looked at receipts and billing info. Missed 2 promo codes and tips that did not go through on the Samsung. That's weird. I'm not sure what that means. We get dudes. I had a dude's like, hey, I placed this order, and then the next day you sent this code out. Will you add the code? And we don't. We won't add the code. It's like we can't add the code after the fact. And I couldn't find your order. Like we use a paper system. We print these things out, and they go to multiple places within the building. But the thing, like the dude said that on, I think Saturday or Sunday. Well, we also sent the same fucking text out Thursday and Friday. Like, you just didn't open it. I got all my cages built and new rabbits. That's awesome. Yeah, so I have 3 bucks. I've got those grow outs on the ground. I'm going to take whichever the biggest looking buck is and probably keep that as a 4th. And I've got a buck right now. Well, I'll end up with 3 because I got an older buck that I'm going to kill off. I actually put a girl in his cage yesterday, and he mated her. And then I put a girl in his cage today, and he didn't even show fucking interest in her. But he's old. Could you show and explain the difference between the sling attachments? Tell me which one you don't understand. Okay. Standard sling attachment is this. This goes through this tri-glide. You can put it around a palm swell. You can attach it to a QD. You can attach it to any attachment in almost any manner, right? So this just locks around whatever you want to attach it to. A QD replaces that with this. Great setup, probably most common nowadays, but you have to have the socket that it plugs into, and a lot of guns don't have the socket or don't come with the socket. Mash hook, similar. It's very harsh. It will tear up shit on your gun, but there's no spring or anything to fail in this. Like an HK clip, sometimes the HK clips bind and they have a spring inside. And then the 550 adapter is this. Let's see here if I can show you. So the 550 adapter is this, and you can go around a palm swell or whatever, and it just girth hitches, just like this, right? So you can put on the receiver tube on the back of an AR-15 with a collapsible stock, AK, and that's really what we made them for the Navy, for the AKs. And it just goes around just like that, and it's quiet. And if you need more 550, it's am I gonna, nope. So it's battlefield repairable. You can just put any length of 550 to work with whatever you want. Yeah, the 550 works on everything. So does the standard adapter. More pulling the thread videos on membership side. There are not. The pulling the thread video, there's one pulling the thread video up public, and we recorded 3 hours of content yesterday. Any materials or supplies that you can't get anymore? Everything's kind of weird. I mean, we're still getting stuff though. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night.